You're watching Strip Down Live, Saskatchewan's only 1 hour local music showcase, the award-winning show that brings the venue to you in the comfort of your own living room. As always, I'm your host, Curtis Anderson, and this week on Strip Down Live, it's Andreea, the narrative.
Some literary terms to describe. She doesn't know what it's like to be off in the distance. Sky with all of her friends. She doesn't know what she's doing, searching for some literary terms. She doesn't know what it's like to be falling like man, searching for God for atonement from sin. She doesn't know what she's doing, searching for some literary terms to describe. She doesn't know what the curse of man has entailed down on the earth, with all of the humans. She doesn't know what it's like to be broken and battered and bruised. She doesn't know what she's doing, searching for some literary terms to describe. She doesn't know what she's doing, searching for some literary terms to describe.
You're watching Strip Down Live. We're spending 60 minutes with Andreea, the narrative. Welcome to Strip Down.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We have been Facebook friends for a long time, and I didn't want to talk about this before we started rolling, but there was a time my dear cousin, whose last name was Dunsmore, would hop on and off social media, and at one point she came back on with the last name Moore, and then she disappeared and came back. And there was a time I thought you were her. So you probably had a bunch of confusing, like, hot gossip family things I was sending you, and I was like, why is she not reacting? Because it wasn't my cousin, it was you. So I apologize all these years later if you were getting these weird Facebook messages that meant nothing to you about people you didn't know.
I don't remember them.
That definitely happened. You probably this would have been like way before COVID.
In the before
The
times.
before. Anyway, welcome to Strip Down Live. It's been a journey to get you on. Only doing once a month, it backs up real quick. So you reached out already last year, and we couldn't get you on till now. But welcome to Strip Down Live. Been a fan for many years.
Very much so.
Amazing. Who did you bring on? Give a quick introduction, a quick shout out.
I brought my favorite bass player, Nicholas Chelsom McCormick. Some of you might know him by Christopher and the Saints fame, or CFCR, a host on The Guitar Show.
Nice. We are good friends with CFCR and all the people. I grew up with Arnold Van Lambolgen. Johnny Bacon Bits, Jay Neufeld, part of the show for many, many years, helped build this from scratch with myself. Shout out to all the CFCR fans and family. What are we going to hear tonight? You have music that spans way, way back.
Oh, totally. I started making music in about 2008, 2009, seriously-ish. And in 2013, I released my first EP titled The Narrative, which is basically a non-linear coming-of-age story album. Then in 2016, I released my follow-up, Haunted Former Lives, that started as a concept album based around a real paranormal experience.
You're speaking Caitlin's language.
Really are.
I don't know if we should throw over to social media correspondent Caitlin already, but man, your eyes lit up. You're all about the paranormal and experiences.
Paranormal. I've got a little ghost tattoo. I love paranormal
Perfect.
stuff. So we'll talk later.
Definitely.
Yes. Before we jump into your discology and all that, I absolutely adore your musician origin story. 8 years old, you found a broken acoustic guitar, and you restored it with your mother. This
Yep.
is what I want for every single person that is on the show, to have a story like that. That is amazing. 8 years old,
Yeah.
learning guitar on
Like,
this broken guitar and restoring it with
grade
your mom.
2 or 3, one of our elementary school teachers had this broken guitar. My mom and I hot glued the neck and everything together and did some other things. Eventually got my first electric guitar, played that. And then eventually I found this guitar through a game of guitar roulette at the Long and McQuaid.
So going back to those years, do you credit your mom or your band teacher or both for getting you into music? Was it a combo?
I'd say all of the above. I think my parents encouraged music. Like, my dad would sing Janis Joplin,
Nice.
me and Bobby McGee, and various other songs of that era. He played a lot of the Beatles album with the track There Are Places I Remember, or In My Life.
Nice. Just trying to think of. So you're 8. You're glue gunning a guitar together with your mom. What was the dream when you were 8 and you're like, okay, this is going to be something I do? Did you think you were going to be like a pop artist, folk artist? What was your 8-year-old dream?
Well, I grew up in the 90s music scene of you had all of those pop stars like Spice Girls, and then you had a record, Big Shiny Tunes too. So I kind of got into the alt rock kind of music. The old Steal Your Older Brother's CDs.
Nice. Can you believe Earl Pereira from Saskatoon played on Big Shiny Tunes too?
Actually?
Oh yeah, he was in Widemouth Mason, which was on Big Shiny Tunes too. So I have a signed copy of Big Shiny Tunes too, and that is just the CD that united us as a country. It was an amazing thing. That's great. So yeah, we are going to get to know you, and we're going to talk about all the things you do, because you do many, many things, and we're definitely going to talk about some paranormal experiences. But now let's throw it over to social media correspondent Caitlin. Caitlin, what's up? Welcome back.
Hello, happy to be back. Yes, I'm excited. Now that I heard paranormal, I'm even more excited.
So, we're giving away stuff tonight. We need people.
We have
asking
some questions already.
Oh, sweet.
So, yes.
All right, let's start with one question
Start with a
before
question.
we do our sponsor shout outs and head to song number 2, because we're already burning through time.
Oh, wow.
So,
Alrighty, this is
hit
from
us.
Spencer Dirks. He says, what draws you to writing on a 12-string guitar?
Great question.
I fell in love with the sound of it and just the richness, the dual octaves, and in popular music, it's not that common, but it does come out with Supertramp and a couple of George Harrison songs.
Nice. Awesome.
All right, yeah, we're giving away $25 worth of Earl's cash for the best question or comment. So keep them coming. Before I do the sponsor shout-outs and we get to song number 2, I should probably ask what you opened the show with. What was that song called, and what was it about? And where is it on the timeline of songwriting?
This song is from kind of the early days. It was the first listenable thing I wrote. I was in grade 12 just thinking, hey, what if you were a celestial star looking down at humanity? It comes from like growing up as kind of an outsider. Yes, I was not a popular child.
Well, can you be a popular child? I mean, I guess. I don't know. You know? Anyway, let's bail out of this. Let's go to our sponsors. Big shout out to our title sponsor, Earl's Saskatoon. I always say support those that support us. Earl's is back once again for this season as our title sponsor. And I would like to remind you that they still have live DJs every Friday and Saturday night at Bacchus Lounge. And before you blink, that award-winning epic patio is going to be open. So Earl Saskatoon, support them, they support us. Going on from there, Hairstyle Inn. Hey, I'm back. Growing the hair out a little bit, so I may be returning to Hairstyle Inn. And of course, Caitlin's lovely locks are because of the Hairstyle Inn and our wonderful relationship with Laddie and the gang. Vern's Pizza will be feeding us after the show. As always, big shout out to Vern's Pizza. Keep in mind, February 14th is Pie Day. They will have some incredible Pie Day specials on March 14th only, so mark it on your calendar. And our good friends at E-West Music. We were talking about Tony
Yeah,
before.
we were.
Big shout out to Tony.
Hello, Tony.
You have kind of ties to Tony as well.
Yeah, through E-West, Melissa and Daryl. They're longtime pals of mine. And Boo Boo, if you're watching with Tony, hello. You're a good boy.
That's the dog, just in case anybody didn't pick up on that. Just like to clear that. Yeah, Tony, big fan of the show, big friend of the show. All right, before we get to our first commercial break, what is song number 2? Give us a good intro.
Song number 2 is Song to a Soul.
Does it have a backstory? Anything you want to say about it, or just launch into it?
We'll probably just go into it.
The music speaks for itself.
Exactly.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Andreea, the narrative.
I could let you in to my darker place, where I remain trapped beneath the layered glass. Making a song to a soul. Yes, my heart you stole. Keep it in a bowl. I wish for the warmth of snow, so maybe I will wake, because I have one foot cradled in the grave. Making a song to a soul. Yes, my heart you stole. Keep it in a bowl. I wish you could understand. I don't want to hold your hand. This wasn't meant to last. Humanity will pass. Making a song to a soul. Yes, my heart you stole. Keep it in a bowl. I wish on a shooting star to somehow finally draw me down to reality.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andreea the narrative.
it in my soul, can feel it in my heart, can feel it in my bones. No, I'm not alone. I sense something just isn't right. It's the way you're looking at me. Your gaze won't be mine. Can feel it in my soul, can feel it in my heart, can feel it in my bones. No, I'm not alone. Upside down, inside out. Can feel it in my soul, can feel it in my heart, can feel it in my bones. No, I'm not alone. The blade digs deep, rushes out. This pain is real, keeps me barely alive. Can feel it in my soul, can feel it in my heart, can feel it in my bones. I know I'm not alone. Can feel it in my soul, can feel it in my heart, can feel it in my bones. No, I'm not alone.
We're spending 60 minutes with Andreea, The Narrative. Let's go back to 2013. And was it a full album?
It was a 5-song EP.
I love that it was called The Narrative. I had not, I don't think, even heard the term The Narrative until COVID. Then I heard The Narrative about every 30 seconds for 2 years. So congrats on owning that word before it was cool.
I feel like I've always been ahead of time.
Yeah.
In one of my tracks, I mention post-social interactivity, and that was written in like 2015, so like 5 years ahead. So more of the paranormal.
Oh, we're
Which
gonna talk
means-
paranormal, but I want to talk about The Narrative first. So, what did you learn? 5-song EP. That was your first kind of big release. Mm-hmm. Thoughts on that? Looking back, are you like it still holds up? That's really good. I'm really happy with it, or I had a lot to learn. I know some people aren't fans of their earlier stuff.
I wouldn't have done it any differently if I were to do it all over again.
Nice.
Like, those songs represent a time and a place, and they're non-linear storytelling. which is what all of my music quintessentially is.
Well said. So from there you went to 2016 at Haunted Former Lives.
Yep.
So what did you what did you do differently there?
I went with the now defunct Workhorse Audio Arts. Troy, I knew from the scene. He did sound at Rock Bottom Basement and various other places. So we interacted, and eventually we got to working together again, and he added some producer flair, which was different from my first release, from being just acoustic guitar and vocal.
Awesome. All right, let's throw it back over to social media correspondent Caitlin. Caitlin, what's going on? I saw we
Alrighty.
had more questions.
There's another question, but there's a comment that I have a question about.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you. It says, I hope Andrea plays the song about her dog, Cash. Do you have a song about your dog?
Yeah, I released it in January
Oh.
of this year. It's my first big solo recording, producing for Way. It's almost 8 minutes.
Ooh.
It was meant as a love letter to my rescue dog, Cash.
Awesome.
And he's from Size Small Dog Rescue,
Nice.
originally from Las Vegas, Nevada. So he probably has seen Aliens.
Nice.
And
Definitely.
within that track, it's also a love song from Cash to my late dog, Sherry, whom he would go to playgroup with and who he was in love with. They were in love with each other. They'd greet with kisses. They'd follow each other around.
That's awesome.
Great. We are going along, so let's get to. Are we ready to queue up song number 4 before our next commercial break? I'm just worried we're going to run out of time and not get all. Are you doing an 8-minute song?
No.
Okay. Woo.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Okay. What is song number 4 before our second commercial break here?
Song number 4 is Broken Hearted.
Take it away, Andrea, the narrative.
Broken Hearted. Just stand by while my
In?
my famous
I will. I
bass
will.
player
I will keep
swaps
talking.
basses.
Live TV. So Cash, is that the Chihuahua?
Yes, it is.
I recently had a rescue dog we adopted from the SPCA that they told us was a Pomsky. But then we got the like DNA thing done, and it turns out it's like half Husky, half Chihuahua. So we're like, that's why it's kind of angry all the time. Because it's
A Chusky.
a Chusky. Advice for Chihuahua? Because it's like a weird mix where it's like this chill Husky, then every once in a while you can see the like, the zoomy insanity of a Chihuahua come out.
The
Yeah.
just, give them space, love
Okay.
them, and they do everything on their own time.
Yeah, that actually like describes me as well. So we're gonna get along great. Okay, you good?
Including liking bass players too, right? Takes a little time for Cash to like me too, right?
Probably.
All right. Good? All right, take it away.
She wishes she knew how to maintain fleeting possibility instead of sinking her way to oblivion, feeling perhaps the product of her own creation. She realized the glass is cold. Her image is one unrecognizable. Many thoughts provoke her within this gray feeling a state of post-humanity. Can she amend her broken heart, finding solace on her own? Can she fill the parts of this whole, finding when she can finally go home? She relies on passing patterns when perplexed by darkness, laying fractured by what remains of your Can she amend her broken heart, finding solace on her own? Go home. Can she amend her broken heart, finding solace on her own? Can she fill the parts of this whole, finding when she can finally go home? Post-humanity, post-social interactivity.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andreea, the narrative.
Let me tell you a story I know. I understand if you wanna go. Let me tell you how I saw a soul fall into ruin. I just sat there anxiously till I could stay no more. Packed up my belongings in one night. I moved out of the house from hell before the witch's hour. Demise, 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 demise. to even try utter the words I speak right now. Demise, 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 demise. Let me tell you things I've lost because of that poor soul's demise. I lost propriety, sense of safety. My soul yearns for the warmth of snow's cavernous home. Demise, 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 demise. Let me tell you how I move on, how I move, how I move on from the house from hell, house from hell.
You watch Stripped Down Live with Andrea, the narrative. Let's get into it. Let's get into some paranormal talk.
Well,
Hit me. Let's bring Caitlin in on this. I know she's itching to talk paranormal.
our next track, Haunted, is based on my paranormal experience. I was 21 at the time. I was working at the Senator Hotel / Winston's Bar
All right.
Very haunted.
Very haunted.
in the kitchen, and I'd hear my name being called from the formal dining room. And I'd go out from the kitchen and see no one was there, because at that point the dining room had closed. And I'd be like, okay, what the heck? Go back to work. Happened numerous times. Then things came to a very paranormal peak when one night I was in their walk-in refrigerator, which is like a box, and along this wall and this wall is all glass, so you can see that like you're alone in there. And I could see my coworkers, the line guys. So I knew like 100% alone. Then all of a sudden I feel this grab on my arm and from behind, and there were bruises.
Oh my
So
gosh.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
I ended up
Don't like that.
quitting that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I ever went back for my last paycheck.
Oh my gosh.
And then several years later, I went back as a customer, and they have a rooftop patio, and that stairway is people going up and down constantly. And I ended up locked in that stairwell for a good like half hour. When I went in, my mobile phone, which was probably like the iPhone 3GS or whatever at that time, it went from 100% battery to 0.
Oh my goodness.
So I knew that like whatever entity or presence was there didn't want me there.
Oh my goodness.
And
remembered you.
then, yes, to add to it, the album artwork for Haunted Former Life was shot at Winston's and the senator
Oh my goodness.
because I obviously don't learn.
You keep going back.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that like gave me chills.
Yeah. I can't say I enjoyed that story.
No, I thought it was great.
I'm not going to tell it now, but I have like one haunting story, and it's the lamest paranormal story. Caitlin, do you have, I know you're a fan. We share spooky podcasts at
yes,
work.
we do. Yes.
Do you actually have a paranormal story? I don't know if I've ever asked you. No, you don't.
And I don't
Okay.
want to say I want one because I'm too scared. And that sounds
I
traumatic.
had one that's actually, it's linked to a Christmas present I gave to someone on set. It's not a great story, but I found the hardest part after you experience something like that is not thinking everything you hear may be something. You know?
Oh, yeah, I get
Because
in your head.
after something legitimately happens, every creak you're like, oh, but then it's like, no, Kate, that's actually just someone walking upstairs. I found
Yeah.
that was like the biggest, and you can see real easily how people like slide down that slope after something happens. They just think everything that they can't
Yeah.
see or hear is
Is-
something paranormal when it's probably not.
Yeah.
That's
But,
crazy. And then to have bruises, like, as like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't want
Nope.
that.
Nope,
Nope.
nope.
Some nightmare fuel for you
Yes.
all.
That was
was
That was definitely a
I can't
stripped
wait to
down
hear the
live
song.
first. I don't think we've ever had a spooky story on here that wasn't like a Halloween episode or just a really bad episode. That was the first like legitimately scary. You know, we should have dimmed the lights for that had I known.
yeah, right.
You know, we could have made that really atmospheric. Could have put a light
Oh,
under.
there we
Oh,
go.
see, where was this?
Oh.
Where's this? We could have held a flashlight. You know, like yeah. Okay, we'll have to
Got out
when
the
we do
spirit
the
board.
stripped down live offshoot of like creepy story hour. Maybe we'll
Oh,
get
yeah.
that going. Yeah,
I'd be
yeah,
definitely into
you can
that.
host that.
I'll
We'll-
host
we'll
that.
do it
I'll
up.
take over.
All right, we should probably launch into our last commercial break. We got 2 more songs. We got to wrap up. You have been fascinating to talk to tonight so far. We could have easily done 90 minutes, but we only allotted for an hour. So let's take our last commercial break and strip down live. We'll wrap up after this. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrea the narrative.
Sitting in my cocoon of snow, wishing this will finally go. I can't handle this presence lingering, just because this truth will sing. I am haunted. I'm tormented. I am haunted by all the things I don't understand, all the things I comprehend. Lifting the veil, my skin so pale. Will I remain cold? This feeling's getting rather old. haunted by all the things I can't understand, and all the things I can't comprehend. I am haunted. I'm tormented. All the things I don't understand, and all the things I can't comprehend.
We are wrapping things up with Andreea the Narrative. Did you have fun? That was such a good hour of Stripped Down Live. Thank you so much. We finally made this happen.
Yeah.
Found out you're not actually my cousin in disguise on social media. I still love that. Love that story. You probably, I mean, you weren't reacting to all this like hot family gossip I was sending you, because it turns out you're not my cousin. So once again,
That
Good.
must be way back. 'Cause
it was way back. I think I was like asking you about like North Battleford at one point too, and you were just like, I don't know, man. I was like, all right, well, fine. Good talks, cuz. Real quickly, if people want to follow you, get a hold of you, what's your socials? Where do people go?
At Andreea the Narrative, 2 E's. Follow my various pups.
Yeah.
Sherry _ Papillon _ Shih Tzu _ and Cash _ Chihuahua _ mix.
I can speak for the viewers. We cannot spell Chihuahua, but
If you find me, they're linked.
regardless, let's do a quick sponsor shout out before we throw it to Caitlin and then wrap it up. All right, once again, big shout out to Earl Saskatoon, our title sponsor. They support us, so go support them. They have live DJs at Bacchus Lounge Friday, Saturday nights, and that patio season, that sweet patio season's coming soon. Hairstyle in. Vern's Pizza, remember, Pi Day is March 14th. Mark it on your calendar. And our good friends at E-West Music. Caitlin, we got like 30 seconds before we got to get out of here. Wrap it up. Give us a winner.
Okay, the winner is going to be Lorena Moore. I'm assuming
My twin.
your twin. Oh, there
Shut
we go.
up.
No way.
Not a legitimate twin.
Yes, identical.
We didn't even get to twins.
What?
Well, she's the winner. She gets $25 to Earl's.
Amazing.
Sweet.
All right. Any last thoughts? You have 10 seconds. before.
Twinner it is. Twin dinner.
We went from hauntings to twins. Amazing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, you two. For the last time tonight, Andreea the Narrative. Thank you.
If you could try to see what you do to me, it's something I can't help but be. So will you promise not to flee? But somehow I remain unwanted, but still I feel haunted all the same. But somehow